Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. It's happened. We have got the list of champions that are going to be either buffed or nerfed in the September patch, but we do not know what's happening to them yet, and we do not know which ones are buffs and which ones are nerfs. So I tell you what, some of the list is surprising. We're going to go through the champions one by one, and I guess I'm just going to give my opinion on whether I think it's going to be a buff or a nerf. And perhaps just a few thoughts on what might happen to that champion. But it's pretty long. I'm pretty excited by it, and let's just jump straight into it. So the first one is easy. It's easy because I've already been told. If you haven't seen my interview with Cirilla, she drops this like a hammer. So Drexer, Blood Twin, first on the list. He is, as we know, in for a buff. And I can only think that his buff is going to be either more damage for this A1, or it's going to be a better chance to provoke all enemies on his A2. That feels like the kind of two things that could happen to him. Maybe a bit of both. That would be awesome. But Drexer, first on the list. So let's go to second on the list. Second and third I am most excited about, because this is going to be... this is going to be big. This is going to be big. Rotus is second on the list. My good man. I've got two of these fellas, and we know he's pretty busted. I can only think they are going to nerf. It's got to be a nerf. It can't be a buff, surely. Or certainly it's going to be a change. Maybe they'll try and spin it in terms of not a nerf. But there's got to be something that changes about this A3. Whether it's gets an extra turn, whether it's that he can't ignore defense. Something needs to change. I would love the most if actually some of this ignore defense went away, because it would actually reignite the tank meta a bit. So it would definitely change the meta, and that's what I would love to see. So even if he kept the block revive, even if he gets the extra turn, if he kills someone, but maybe this becomes 25% chance to ignore defense, or will ignore 25% defense. Then he won't just one-shot every tank in the game. So anyway, he's second on the list. I'm pretty certain he's going to be a nerf. And then third on the list is Sephie. Guys, I know you hate me, and everyone's going to hate this, but she's got to change. I think, so you don't completely bust her and make her bottom tier all of a sudden. If this just needs accuracy here, then it completely changes her kit. If this cannot be resisted is removed and it needs accuracy, so you have to change the way you build her, then potentially she becomes okay. Maybe something different about this chance to remove freeze and fear as well. I think that's a bit busted. But Sephie is going to get a look at in September. Watch out, guys. She is coming. So the next one, and I'm pretty surprised about this one, is Tormund. So Tormund is back on the list. I know he's still really annoying. He still has got that annoying freeze. But I'll tell you what, he has fallen way down the meta in kind of top tier play at least. But he does still have this really annoying passive which freezes everyone up. Maybe they're going to slightly rework this. I think the rest of his kit is good. I really don't feel like they need to change too much about the rest of his kit. But maybe they're just going to tweak this passive again so that he doesn't freeze people so well. Maybe they're going to make it just either a turn meter fill or a buff or something. But yeah, Tormund's on the list. So fifth on the list then. Not so pleased about this one because I've got her now. Duchess. Oh, why did I talk about her? She's on the list. I spoke about her the last time I did a kind of my own views. I think they'll either change something about a passive so that this is reduced. The amount of damage that AoEs does isn't reduced by 25%. Maybe they'll change that to like 20% and 10. I don't think it's going to do masses to her. Or maybe they're going to change something on this A1 so the shield's not quite as strong. Just going back to Sephie very quickly. Sephie, maybe they'll change her base stats. Maybe her base speed will be reduced. That would be a big enough nerf to make her not quite so insane, by the way. Okay, so next one on the list then, guys. Madame. It's got to be a nerf, isn't it? It's got to be a nerf. They've got to nerf something about this A3. Damn, I'm surprised how many characters are in here that I feel like they're going to be nerfs. I feel like this has got to be a nerf. So, Madame is in there. She's got to be a nerf, surely, on her A3. Nothing else I think needs fixing. Hopefully they fix her AI at the same time that they fix whatever they're going to do with her. But yeah, I feel like that A3 is going to be changed. Maybe it'll only be one or the other of these debuffs. Maybe they'll do it for 2 turns instead of 3. Maybe they won't have a 100% chance to remove all buffs. Something does need to change about it. It's too many things rolled into one move. But there's going to be a lot of people sad about that. Right, next one then is I think he's a Skinwalker. Yeah, so Coronar's on the list. Maybe it's a buff. I don't know. Maybe this is a buff. I mean, he's got a pretty insane kit. His kit is really strong. I don't have him. But his kit is very, very good. So maybe they're just going to make him do a bit more damage. I'm really interested to see what they do with him because I'm surprised to see this one on there. He's already good. He already does a lot of work if you got him with Manaya. But yeah, Coronar on the list. Next one. I'm pleased about this one. So she definitely needs a buff. Blind Seer. Her shield move at the moment is weak as chips. She could do with having a shield ability a bit more like Warlord or Sonic or something like that. A shield that really means something. The rest of her kit is kind of fun. Maybe a bit less health lost when she revives her team. But yeah, Blind Seer on the list. I'm pleased about that. I'm sure other people with Blind Seer are pleased about that. She will be coming out of the vault. Next one on the list. This is kind of... I don't know, guys. Warlord. Warlord's on the list. Damn. Warlord is on the list. I can only assume it's a nerf. Unless they buff his A1. Maybe they're going to buff the percentage of his A1 but nerf something else. I don't know, guys. What do you think they could do to Warlord? I honestly don't know what they'll do to him. Maybe this doesn't become a 100% chance to steal some cooldown. He's so strong in the arena right now. Maybe it's got to be a nerf, but it feels like there's a lot more nerfs than I was expecting. So Warlord is on the list. Next one then is going to be Crew Traxxa. Crew Traxxa is already, I mean, she's a hard-hitting champ. She hits damn hard. And you know what? If Rotus is weakened, she comes back into the fold pretty heavy. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit of a buff. I don't know where they'll buff her. Maybe they'll buff her base defense a little bit. This skill is already insane. This skill is already pretty insane. This is already kind of cool. So I don't feel like her skill set needs particular buff. So maybe they're going to buff either a base speed or a base defense. But again, guys, what do you think they would do? I honestly do not know what they would do to Crew Traxxa. Next one on the list, someone else that I've got. And I like that there's so many voids in here, by the way. It's not in there. Where am I looking? What is he? Old Green Tribes. Gerda. Gerdo is going to be buffed, I guess. I can't imagine it'll be a nerf. With this one, it might just be something like buff his base speed. His base speed is low. He's hard to get into the fight. Once he's in the fight, though, he is solid. Like, this freeze ability here is really cool. I guess maybe they could give him a bit more utility on his A1 or his A3. But already a good champion, I'd say. So hopefully they buff a bit of his speed. His damage is already quite high if you build him as a damage build. So I don't think there's anything they're going to change there. Unless they just tweak his multipliers a bit. But maybe they'll give him a bit more utility somewhere. I don't know. Again, guys, what do you think? What could they do? Next one then is someone that a lot of people called out for. They was hoping that I was going to have him on my list. I don't think I did. But Smashlord. Smashlord is kind of fun. I don't have him. He's got a stun with a high chance on his A1. Already good. Block debuff ability on his A2 and a cleanse. Which is already kind of cool. Maybe they'll make this more like a team thing. Block. Oh no, hold on a minute. Removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals each ally by an extra 10%. Yeah, places block debuffs on all allies. This is already a really good ability. I can't see them changing that. Maybe this one. Maybe they won't let him kill himself or something here on his A3 because that's a bit a bit annoying. Maybe he'll end up doing a bit more damage. I don't know. But Smashlord's on the list. Kind of cool. Draco's on the list. Draco Morph on the list. He is strong. He's kind of super powered. I hope they don't change his ability to do weaken and decrease defense. That's kind of part of this unit's like real main ability. Maybe they'll take one of the reduced cooldowns away. I think that would be fair. Again, this kind of 4 poisoner. They could remove 1 poison maybe. Or maybe it'll be something to do with this A1, which does a crazy amount of damage when it hits someone else. But he's on the list. I can only imagine it's a nerf. I can only imagine it is because he's already top tier. So, next one on the list. I'm pleased about this one because a lot of people are going to have him. Gerp Tucks on the list. I hope they just do a complete change of his kit. I hope they keep something to do with this damage boost, but in a different way. But I hope they just completely reworked his kit. His kit is useless at the moment. It is a waste of space right now. So I'm pleased they put him on the list, because there's going to be a ton of people that fused him that they just don't use him. So I use him. I use him for Spider 20, and that is it. But yeah, please, he's on the list. Next one, I am pleased she is on the list. Abbess. And I hope they increase the chance of her landing decreased defense on her A2. She already hits hard. She's got a kind of funky A1. She hits really hard on her A3. But I hope they improve this chance to land decreased defense. If this becomes a 100% chance when booked, perfect. She will be a really viable champ. So good that she's on the list for sure. Next one then is going to be... this is good as well, actually. Where is he? Where is he? In here? Bellinar. I don't have him. A lot of people ask me, what do I think of him in my streams and stuff? And I say, he's all right. He's all right. And that's about as good as it gets. So he's got some very single target heavy focused abilities. He pairs up with Xavier, but doesn't do a whole bunch when he does. He's got good base stats. So stats don't need to change, but I hope they do something which is a bit more AoE focused. But good that he's on the list. Again, Void Legendaries should not be trash. Next one, yes. Next one I am pleased about, because I have got 4. Where is she? Where do I find you? I don't even care where you are. You're so bad at the moment. Dark Elf? Must be. Astrolith. I've got 4. I just kept pulling her. So she's got some turn meter control. She's got bombs. I mean, bombs need a rework anyway, and it doesn't feel like, looking at this list, bombs are going to get reworked. So she's just got nothing really that, apart from a good speed aura in the arena, nothing else much really says, yes, you should use her. One way I've seen someone using her recently was in a blender comp, and they were using her A1 to kind of boost more turn meter. It's kind of funky. But yeah, she needs a rework. I'm really pleased. She definitely needs to be on the list. So next one, my old pal, my buddy, who I use in my one key Ultra Nightmare team right now, Norog. Norog already hits like a truck. There's nothing wrong with the damage he does. He hits like an Ultan hits. So, and he's got a very, very cool passive. So I'm hoping that they just... What did they do to him? I hope that they perhaps bring something more worthwhile here. If they brought decrease attack on this ability here, wow, he would be like clan boss top tier champ. So I'm pleased that they're going to do something to him. Yeah, if they did that here, or even if they made this in all dungeons aura, he would be top tier for clan boss. So I'm interested to see what they do to him. He's already got good base stats. I'm surprised he's on the list actually, but cool. I like the idea that he is. So next one then, where do I find you? I think I find you here. Kandra Fon. I called it out. I mean, I actually think visually he doesn't really fit the game, but that's by the by. All of his kit doesn't make any sense right now. So he hits hard when the setup is right, but his kit doesn't set him up. So I hope that they just change. So they've got here, puts him in a perfect Vow and increases his attack. I hope they say, and gains an extra turn. And then he does this massive slam, which then resets this. Yeah, if he kills someone. So I think that's the way to do him. Everything else is cool. Like damage increase under Veil is cool. Extra hit on his A1 is cool when he's got increased attack on. I just hope they switch this around. So this is grants an extra turn here, but it should be here for me. So cool that he's on the list. Definitely needed to be on the list. So next one up is... where do I find you? By Stoffers. What are you? What do you even look like? I can't even picture him in my head. It's been that long since I've tried to use him. Oh, he's in here, I'm sure of it. Yes, by Stoffers, yeah. So, this guy, again, you can make him hit hard. Yeah, you can make most champions hit hard, but his kit needs too much setup. So if he can set himself up in some way, maybe it's about gaining an extra turn after an ability, or maybe you just need higher base defense to keep him alive for longer so that he gets a chance to do his 2 abilities off at the same time. So, or maybe this is just like a straight AoE instead of 4 hits at random. But he's on the list. I'm glad he's on the list. He needed a rework. He's kind of funky looking champ. I really love his armor. But yeah, he's on there. Again, comments below, guys. What do you think they're going to do? I think they might just move this to an AoE ability. If they do, then he's actually kind of going to be pretty cool, I think. So, by Stoffers on the list. Another one on the list then. Another one I don't have, actually. I should know where they are. I don't know where they all are. Here he is, Elder Skald. Elder Skald can hit hard, right? He hits hard. He's got a triple hit move, which is kind of cool for like a Rotus fight. Nothing he does, though, is AoE. It's all very single target. He's got this reduced damage from legendaries, but his defense is so low that it doesn't really pair up. So maybe they're going to buff his base stats a little bit, his base defense a bit, and maybe they're going to give him something which is a bit more AoE-ish. Would be cool. But yeah, Elder Skald on the list. So I'm sure a lot of people will be happy with that. So that is it for legendaries, guys. That is it for legendaries. I guess probably the first question to ask is, who have they missed? Who have they missed that you're like, wow, how is he not or she not on the list? I mean, I expected to see something from Basilius on there, but he's not. I expected to see something of a fix for Elenaril, but she's not on there. I don't think there's anyone really there. Maybe Errol was a bit of a surprise not to see, but not too bad. I'm shocked that War Mother is not on there. Absolutely shocked. No one else there, really. Yeah, maybe I was expecting to see some sort of change to War Chief, but he's not on there. I was certainly expecting to see something from Grohack, actually. Grohack not on the list. I am shocked at that. I am shocked that Grohack is not on the list. These guys are kind of okay. Queen Eva maybe could have done with some love, but I'm not. Whirlum. How's Whirlum not on the list, guys? Whirlum is not on the list. And I'm surprised that Trunda's perhaps not on the nerf list. So guys, that is it for legendaries. I'm going to do a second video, which is going to come out again today for the epics. Let me know your thoughts below. Are they what you expected? Did you want to see someone else? Or is that pretty much bang on with what you'd hoped? Also, let me know what changes you think they might make. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you soon.